Ooh, what's up YouTube? ODST General back again with some flashing lights, and we have the new May update. And with the May update comes a couple of new things. We got a new SUV, which is pretty slick. I'm pretty sure it's based off of a Chevy Suburban. A little bit different, obviously, for legal reasons, but that's what it kind of looks like. It's largely influenced by me. A little bit larger than the previous SUV that we had in game. I definitely like this one a lot. Comes in 5 flavors. You've got police livery, fire livery, EMS livery, and then 2 unmarked vehicles for the police department as well. So black and white only unit. So that's pretty cool stuff there. Of course, it's got all the lighting customization options that the other vehicles have, all that stuff that you'd expect at this point. The other update is a big Siren update. So with the Siren update, we have, actually, let's keep that closed for just a second. I was going to pull it up and get my stuff right here, but with the Siren update, I'm pushing all these buttons. As you guys can tell, I haven't played a lot of flashing lights. I'm kind of how used to it I am. So basically how it used to be is with the previous Siren update, you'd push 2, and then it would pull up a list of potential sirens that you could use. Now instead, when you push 2, it just activates a siren, and pushing 2 again will cycle through. Pushing 2 times rapidly shuts it off. And then with the hotfix that was just placed down, now you can also use your numpad and just push the corresponding keys, so 1, 2, and 3, to activate the different sirens as well independently. So I'll show you that off to you guys real quick, and then we'll run inside to the building, and I'll show you guys off the different sirens and stuff that you can actually pick to activate on here. So starting off by pushing 2, you can see it turns our siren on, and it's, you know, whatever standard siren comes on this vehicle. Pushing 2 again, changes it. And again. And you can see the lighting down below on the toolbar is changing too as the sirens change, and it toggles through the different settings. Now if I keep pushing 2 just slowly, it'll keep cycling through. So I have to push 2 twice rapidly, which is what the 2x is, to shut it off. Now by pushing 1 on the numpad, you can see it turns the siren on again. Pushing 1 again on the numpad actually shuts it off. So that's kind of a nice way of doing it too, that you can easily access specific sirens in certain situations. Now, I'm not sure exactly what happens. I haven't tested this out if I push 2 and then say push 3 on the numpad. Okay, so pushing 2 and then 3 on the numpad actually overwrites the 2 key. So if you set your thing to cycle through and then you switch over to the numpad to go to a specific siren, that overwrites it. So you'd either have to push 2 again or push 3 to shut the siren off, or whatever button you push on the numpad. So let's go ahead and run inside real quick here. And get off the bollard there, and we'll go ahead and check out the sirens you can pick from. So you can see that there's also a new secondary siren. So this basically is your vehicle's horn, and when your siren is on, it takes this horn, and if your lights or sirens are on, vehicles will attempt to stop and pull off to the side of the road. So there is a number of these. So you push the corresponding button. So the horn / secondary siren is middle mouse button, by the way. Oop, I want the rumbler. Oh. Maybe not super fitting for a cop car, but for the fire truck, that would be a good one. Definitely very happy with these new updates, though, for sure. Definitely big improvement over the previous siren system, because I think that's something I even said during some of my videos. I'm pretty sure I at least said it. I know it was definitely something I was experiencing, where it made driving really difficult to use the sirens, and then like you're trying to swap back and forth between the sirens and lights, and you're like hitting all these buttons. It was just all sorts of issues with it, so wasn't a big fan of the previous siren system, so this is definitely a big improvement for me. So again, to test out the sirens, you just push the corresponding buttons to test them out, so either their numpad number, so 1, 2, and 3, or cycling through on 2. Should do a high-low just to be ridiculous. And this is the new Q Siren in case you guys want to hear it. And of course you guys heard these ones already. So yeah, the high-low and the Q Siren were the only ones you guys hadn't heard. We'll actually do this. Nope, not air horn 2. That's the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, we'll do air horn 1. I think that's okay for a cop car. The bullhorn's probably a little bit better, but that'll work okay. Why do you have that light on all of a sudden? That's not the light I had on you. That's the light you're supposed to have. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and do a police patrol here. So we're going to go out. We're going to toggle back on our ready status, and we'll start taking some calls here. We'll also turn on our radar, so we're scanning vehicles in front of us for, you know, expired insurance, warrants, stuff like that. So very slick vehicle. Now, when I recorded this already, and I screwed up and I hit a button that screwed up my audio. Unfortunately, it's something that I wasn't even thinking about. It's something I gotta be kind of careful of in some games here. It's something that doesn't necessarily come to mind, but I accidentally swapped over to a different screen. But now there's working dials and stuff, which wasn't in the previous version, but it's a nice interior on this vehicle and everything. It's one thing I really like is they've actually got the separator window, which some of the other previous cars didn't have. I've got an incoming call. I'll have to answer here in a little bit, or call him back here. Anyways, so that is pretty cool stuff here. Definitely like it. You've got, okay, which van is that? It's not him. Is there 2 stolen? I feel like there's 2 stolen vans. What the heck did we just run into? There's a stolen van and a stolen van with expired insurance. Now this is where we need another unit. We're gonna need to wait for traffic here, it looks like. Expired insurance, but we're more interested in the stolen vehicles right now. I don't know what's going on with these guys. They're stacked up really far. I can't see the light from here, so I don't know if they're pulling forwards or not. I mean, we're not necessarily worried about the insurance being expired in a stolen vehicle. It's not really the priority here. I'm just kind of curious. Normally, obviously, with something like this, you'd probably hang back just a little bit until you could get like another unit with 2 of these vehicles here being stolen. But I just want to see if these guys are actually moving forward, and they're not, which is what I was kind of figuring was happening. Yeah, you're not going anywhere. Oh, shoot, that was the wrong one. I had my less than lethal out. He is going to get out of there pretty soon. I've got to get out of here and do something. Yeah, come on through. You're good. Just keep going. Oh, God. Oh, he wasn't putting his hands up. Yes, I'll fling that person. He had that coming. Alright, well, this has been super janky, but it looks like we're going to get to arrest both of these people here, potentially. Of course, we gotta frisk this guy real quick. The other guy doesn't seem to be going anywhere because the road's all blocked off and everything anyway, so we'll attempt to stop him in just a second here. Alright, so what we're going to do, so we can actually try to do this a little bit more easily, potentially, is we're going to... So he popped a couple tires, but he's still going. Hit the wrong button. Alright, we'll pull out our less than lethal here. I mean, despite the fact that they both ran, they both ended up actually not running when they got out of the vehicle, which was kind of surprising. Alright, so we'll need to process both of these guys, but first things first is we need to go ahead and get these vehicles removed. So we're going to go ahead and request tow, have that removed out of here. So you guys may have also noticed there, as I exited the vehicle with the siren on, it actually automatically shut the siren off. That is one of the nice new features of this, is that you can actually toggle automatic siren shut off when you exit the vehicle, which is super nice. The last time I was trying to show this video off, that wasn't actually working. We're going to flip around and do a U-turn here. We actually should be keeping our lights on, going code 2 here, because we need to... Oop, hit the wrong button. Keep hitting 2, not 1. I want to hit 1. We need to get back up to where we were before the guy ran and get rid of the other van, because yep, sure enough, it's still there. So what we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and get our spike strip, get the vehicle out of here, get this all handled. Good job, spike strip, you kind of did your job. So we'll go ahead and get that. I mean, it would have been better if you got all of the tires and had actually stopped the vehicle, but you slowed him down. But yeah, it's nice. I like having this actual dividing window back there. It's a nice addition. Alright, so we'll go ahead and drive around back here. We're going to push F3 for a second so we quit getting dispatches while we have 2 guys in custody from 2 separate stolen vehicles. So we need to run their information here real quick and actually find out some more about these guys. So let's go ahead and pull up our computer again. I don't have the other guy's name memorized, and actually, even though I have the one guy's ID, I didn't ask for his ID, I guess. That's right, I confiscated it when I was frisking him, but I didn't actually get it. Hugo Hogan. Let's do an alcohol test while you're back there. Actually, we'll do the we'll hold off on the alcohol test for the other guy until we have him inside and run it in there. Okay. It would be kind of cool if there was computers inside too that we could like run these people's information on, but that's fine. Alright, so Hugo Hogan had no warrants or anything, but let's see here. I think this Actually, that wasn't his vehicle, I don't think. It might have been his vehicle. There wasn't anything listed as stolen. We probably scanned another vehicle between now and then, I'm sure. I didn't have the plates memorized. Unfortunately, given the situation, I probably should have tried searching him before I pulled him over and everything. I wasn't really thinking about it at the time. Obviously, that would be done with more than one cop, too, is the other issue. So we've got Hugo Hogan, and what about your name, my guy? What is your name? Cornelius Hogan. Interesting. So they seem to be related somehow. It's hard to say. Obviously, they're different races, but they could be adopted, or they could be like cousins or something. Who knows? But it seems there was no coincidence that the stolen vans were right next to each other. So we'll go ahead and we'll search for Cornelius here and see what he has going on. He has 7 parking tickets, and he is wanted. So it seems Cornelius is possibly the mastermind of stealing those vehicles, given his rap sheet. But it's hard to say. You know, you really can't make any assumptions about that sort of things. But definitely the longer rap sheet. So we're gonna go ahead and take Hugo downstairs first, and then we'll take Cornelius downstairs. We'll leave him in the vehicle for a minute. Actually, yeah, there's no. It'd be cool, yeah, if you could like put him into like chairs and do all sorts of other stuff in here. That's still something I want to see. I really want to see added interactivity with the police station down here. You know, there isn't really anything you can do with the fire department like that I can think of immediately. I mean, obviously you can do like chores around the station, you know, cleaning and just maintenance stuff. That's pretty big stuff at the fire department. But as far as actual like interaction with like calls and stuff, there isn't nearly as much with the fire department, because a lot of what it comes down to is just packing up equipment and maintaining your equipment to make sure that everything's going to work fine when you get out to the call. With the police department, though, there is a whole gameplay loop that you can do where you can actually bring in these people to the station and put them through a whole booking process and do all this other stuff. That there was a lot of potential there for it that you don't have with the fire and the EMS. So we're gonna go ahead and bring Cornelius in and bring him downstairs, and we do have to run an alcohol test on him real quick too, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. So yeah, I mean, like I said, you've got the whole booking process, you've got like evidence turn in back there, you've got a lineup room, I believe is what this one's supposed to be. That could be an interrogation room too, I guess. I can't remember. It doesn't necessarily matter. There's a glass window, so I don't know, it might be a bad interrogation or bedroom for that. And you've got your booking room, so it'd be cool to bring somebody in here and actually have to like process them for booking again. That is something I would love to see. And I'll keep saying that in the hopes that Nils or somebody who has influence over the game will maybe one day add that. So real quick here, we do need to run a quick alcohol test on, see if Cornelius has anything to drink. He hasn't either. So neither him nor Hugo have had any alcohol, but they were in stolen vehicles, at least as far as we can tell. Unfortunately, I definitely dropped the ball there on my part, and I didn't scan, you know, I didn't get the vehicle's plates before I actually had them towed off. I didn't check the vehicles. I should have just confirmed the vehicles and confirmed the registration, make sure it wasn't there. It wasn't like accidentally listed as stolen or something, because I mean, that is a possibility. There's a lot of potential explanations. I mean, they could be like company vehicles that were, you know, registered or like were listed as stolen for something. I don't know. It's a possibility. Obviously, they both ran, so it kind of makes it seem unlikely, but it is a possibility. Person there is kind of limping a little bit, but that's not a big deal. People limp. It was a little weird. I can't tell if that limping is supposed to be like maybe a drunk animation, or if it's just like the AI being bugged. How cool would it be if they actually put like random like AI, like there's a super small chance like an AI might be actually like limping, and that's something you have to like take into account, that like they're not drunk, they're just injured or whatever. So we got a shoplifting call. We'll go ahead and take that. So it is on the other side of town, unfortunately. A little bit of a drive. This is kind of what I was going to go for the piercers. The only thing I don't like about the bullhorn is that when you're driving through intersections, if you're using the horn going through intersections like I do, it sounds pretty wonky. I think I kind of wasted a little bit of effort driving here. Gonna move off to the side. Alright, so we are here. I mean, obviously for shoplifting, that's probably not like the most big deal of a response, but try to get here a little bit quicker. So we got CCTV image of the guy. So he's got that green tank top, cargo shorts, no shoes. What a savage. Okay. Wow, he is potentially very far away. I'd say he was spotted up near PD, it looked like. Okay, well, I know I just got done saying that it's not like super high priority, but man, if he's up by PD already, we need to get there quick. Oh yeah, that is him. Holy cow, he got far. Oh, wow, I'm flying after that. Alright, come on. Stop. See if he's actually got the stolen stuff on him here that he took. I mean, he was booking it pretty good. Yeah, stolen items. Let's run a quick alcohol test on him while we've got him out in the field here. And let's get his ID. Kent Bates. Alright. I want to have him taken into custody by a different unit. Hopefully they'll add that back in soon too. And let's run his information, even though he is already in custody of another unit. Let's just see if he had any warrants or anything. Interesting. That's, Try searching that again. Maybe, possibly, because he was already taken into custody, but it's saying there's no data on him at all. So that's a little bit weird, but that's fine. It's not a big deal. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and turn off our emergency lights here, and we're going to go and return... What are you doing? I feel like he meant to turn here. We screwed up. We'll go ahead and return this stuff, though, like I was starting to say. Yeah, I really like this SUV. I mean, personally, I'd still probably take the Charger or the Crown Vic over this, but, I mean, if I were to ever take out one of the SUVs, it'd probably be this thing. I like, when it comes to SUVs, bigger vehicles like this, like the 90s Chevy Suburban. Those, like, absurdly long, giant Suburbans are probably my favorite SUVs of all vehicles, maybe. Well, I would say maybe. I mean, it is. It's just, it's kind of a weird thing, you know? I know a lot of people don't like those, but I think they're great. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just, like I said, drop this stuff off. So we'll follow traffic lights and everything. I almost blew through that red there. Normally I don't follow them. Of course, I'm such a bad driver in these games, it's almost pointless for me to follow the traffic laws at all in these, but that's okay. We'll try. I don't like that red light. You have to like wait for the light and then like instantly as soon as you get through there's another light. Not a fan of that. I mean, you see that in real life sometimes, but don't like it. It's obnoxious. Ooh, no. That was illegal. Oh yeah, they've got expired insurance. Forgot to turn off my turn signal after that last one too. Okay, so let's real quick search the database on the vehicle here. So it's expired insurance. Isabel Rios should be the person driving. So let's just take a quick look, see if Isabel is who is driving, and see if Isabel has any outstanding warrants or anything we need to be concerned about. Driver's license is expired as well according to this. No previous warrants or arrests or anything like that. So we're going to go ahead and just take a look here, see if Isabel's actually the one driving. Does appear to be Isabel. We'll just confirm that real quick. Isabel Rios, sure enough. Okay. Well, she's already not going to be driving out of here, so let's do this. Let's have her follow me off to the side of the road. I'm not going to arrest her because she doesn't have any warrants out or anything. She shouldn't be driving without insurance, without driver's license. So we'll probably have her vehicle towed because she can't drive at home. We're not going to let her drive home, but we'll probably just like let her off free. We're just going to do an alcohol test first to be sure. Okay, yeah, she hasn't been drinking. If she had been drinking... Oh, actually didn't mean to handcuff you. I don't know why I did that. Here. Okay, I'm not going to frisk her or anything. She's not intoxicated. I mean, she's driving around illegally, but she shouldn't be doing, but... Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. I wish that like when you pulled people out of a vehicle, you could just tell them to leave, or like you could basically get the standard like on foot stuff. If I were to stop somebody on foot, I could tell them, hey, you're free to go or whatever. I got wait here and follow. I don't have anything else, and I don't think there's anything that'll trigger them to walk around. So we'll request transport. We'll pretend like we... Oh, okay. Fine, I'll frisk the suspect. Pretend like we're calling them a taxi, basically. Yeah. So, yeah. Because that's basically, you know, what, realistically, I mean, you'd basically tell them, like, hey, you know, you're not allowed to be driving. You're not leaving here driving. So you have the choice of basically getting a taxi or getting a ride home or walking home or whatever, but it's like, yeah, you're not driving away from here. And probably have the vehicle towed if like nobody could come get it. But like, I guess if there's somebody who could like legally come get it, I'd probably let them keep the vehicle and just write them a ticket. The problem is in that situation, while I would have written a ticket, the game doesn't allow me to write a ticket or issue a ticket in that situation where I pull them out of the vehicle. So basically either have to issue a ticket and like let them drive off with the ticket, or essentially have them arrested, you know, because that, I mean, that is what I had happen, is I had them arrested. I didn't handcuff them, and you know, I was forced to frisk them, which I wouldn't have frisked them, but you know, I still requested transport. They were still transported by a police vehicle, so as far as the game's concerned, they were arrested. I don't know if this is supposed to be a turn lane. There isn't any lane markers here on this particular part of the road, but it looks like a turn lane, right? Like it extends in, or outward, I guess, depending on your perspective. We are actually approaching 29 minutes though, guys, so I think that's going to be it. Let me know, though, on the comments below, what you guys think of the new SUV, and probably more importantly, what do you guys think of the new Siren system? I know a lot of you guys in my previous video did not like the previous Siren system. You didn't like the Sirens. You know, you liked the option of having a little bit more choice and customization, but you guys weren't a fan of the Siren sound effects, and you guys weren't really overly impressed with the previous system. So, with this new system, guys, has it changed your minds at all? Are you guys still unhappy with it? Do you want to see more changes with it, or do you guys think that this is good the way it is now? Let me know in the comments below, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy.